Hello everyone, welcome to this week's podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about coping with feelings of guilt, caring for somebody living with dementia. People who care for someone living with dementia can often feel guilty, and there are many reasons why these feelings of guilt can occur. Looking after someone with dementia can be a 24-hour-a-day job, and you might feel guilty because you are tired and flagging, or simply not being able to be with the person every minute, day and night. It is important that you realise you cannot care for somebody 24 hours a day. You might feel guilty because you are not living up to your expectations of what a caregiver should be, or to other people's expectations. Remember, you are only human, and it is a natural response to feel angry, distressed, or resentful at times. Sometimes we make promises to loved ones about what we will do when they become unwell. For instance, saying something like, "I will never put you into a care home." However, you need to remember that circumstances change over time. Back then, you did not have all the information about how things would affect you both. You might need to reconsider that promise or decision. It could be helpful to discuss the issue with the person with dementia if they're able to understand, or other family members, so that you're not making these decisions on your own but together. Practically speaking, you can only care for someone well if you are in good health yourself, and that includes not being overwhelmed by feelings of stress or guilt. Caring for someone with dementia can be extremely hard. Try to be kind to yourself. You didn't ask for this job and you're doing the best that you can. Guilt, unfortunately, is natural, and it might not be possible to stop guilt altogether, yet you do not have to be consumed by it. Firstly, consider what the person with dementia would do if the roles were reversed. If your loved one was caring for you, what would you want them to do? When our circumstances change, the way we respond to them needs to change too. There's absolutely no shame in that. Secondly, find out what help there is available in your area. You don't have to carry the entire responsibility alone, no one does. Having a carer come in on a regular basis to sit and talk with the person with dementia, or to take them out for a walk or a drive or to a cafe, or do some activity with them, some crafts, life story work, play music together. This could enable you to recharge your batteries and get a break. You could ask for help from family and friends. Some people might think you're coping well, and so they might not offer that help. But remember that people like to feel useful, and they may be pleased they were asked. You could look into what financial support you're entitled to. People diagnosed with dementia, and in some circumstances their carers, may be entitled to council tax discounts, disregards and exemptions, attendance allowance, which isn't means tested, or personal independence payment if dementia was diagnosed under the age of 65. And you also may be entitled to carers allowance, and this can all help with the cost of arranging some respite care. Following the Care Act of 2014, all carers are entitled to an annual carers assessment. Now, if you live in the Blackpool postcode, you need to phone Blackpool Social Services and request your carers assessment. And their phone number is 01253 477 592. If you live in Fylde or Wyre, it's Carers Lancashire, also known as Encompass, that won the contract to do these assessments, and their phone number is 0345 688 7113. These carers assessments look at what you need as a carer, so they look at what support is needed, and they'll look at how you're coping and how they can help you, and they'll look at any psychological help, any physical help, any respite help that you might need. If you live in Fylde and Wyre, there's also a carers grant that you may be entitled to annually, so it's well worth contacting them to discuss this. If anybody needs to talk a bit more about support for carers, wants to contact me or the Admiral Nurse helpline, I've left the numbers here, and there's also the Royal British Legion Admiral Nursing contact number here. So if you, as the carer or your loved one living with dementia, has done any work for any of our services or done national service, you are entitled to a Royal British Legion Admiral Nurse.